Damn, guys, I'm looking grizzly. Need to do something about this. What's up, everybody? Simon Khalil here. Thank you so much for joining me in another video. Let's get into what we're talking about today. How I prepare for wedding season. Are you guys ready? Let's get into it. Here's the deal, guys. Wedding season is upon us. Shit's about to get busy. We're about to have a lot of sleepless nights. We're gonna have a lot of editing to do. This is how I prepare for those coming months where you're just gonna be shooting all the time. Let's start off with 7 tips. Here's one. First thing I do every single year is I prepare my cameras and my lenses. I get them serviced, whether it's my Sony's or my Sigma lenses. I do send them out every single year, at least once a year. Sometimes in the beginning of the season, or maybe even in the summer months before it really starts getting hectic in September, October, November for me. Number 2 is honestly memory cards and data upgrades. What I mean by data upgrades is making sure my memory cards are working shape, making sure my hard drives are in good order. I usually transition to a new hard drive, a few terabytes each year, and that hosts basically everything for me. I back up and back up and back up and back up everything multiple times. So hard drives wise, I constantly am making sure that everything's working in order. Memory cards, I am slowly transitioning to those Sony Tough cards. I only have a few now, but I am slowly transitioning into those. And yeah, next one might seem weird, might not seem weird, but I always like to prepare my clothes. And what I mean by that is I am wearing generally the same shit all the time when it comes to shooting weddings. I like to go black on black on black, as you guys know, and it's no different when I'm shooting, except I don't colorize with my sneakers either. I kind of just go black on black head to toe when I'm shooting weddings. So getting new clothing, getting comfortable clothing, getting clothing that you are not gonna profusely sweat in over the summer is super important, and that is my tip there. Just upgrade your clothing. Make sure you have pants with a shit ton of pockets. It's always helpful to carry extra batteries, extra memory cards, an extra flash in the back pocket, and go from there. Number 4, schedule time to edit, especially sneak peeks. So I make it a point every Monday to work on the sneak peeks that I shoot from the weekend prior. Now, sneak peek shots, I tend to give 10 to 15 actual photos of weddings and the sneak peek images. You could do less, you could do more. 10 to 15 is my sweet spot, but every single Monday, after I shoot a wedding over the previous weekend, I work on the sneak peek shots and do some organizing of files and so on and so forth. But I find it very important to schedule time to edit, especially if you're one of those photographers that has multiple weddings in multiple months, back to backs to backs. Another thing that I do is I give a heads up to the designer that I use for all my wedding albums. Now, I use a private designer. I found her on Etsy. I'll actually link her information below. She's super dope. She's super reasonable in pricing. I believe she's out in the Midwest somewhere. And I just like to give her a heads up of, what type of albums or how many albums I will probably have going forward for the year, so that way she has a heads up on, maybe extra materials, especially because materials and so on and so forth is so inflated right now. And my wedding albums did go up a little bit in price, but that's not a problem. My next one, look up new poses. Every single year I get a little bit of a arsenal full of poses that I like to use throughout the wedding season and sort of combine them going through. Now I use specifically Pinterest to save all of my poses and ideas that I have. So go ahead, create a Pinterest account. If you don't have one, I'll be fucking shocked if you don't have one. But go create a Pinterest account, save the poses that you like. It also helps you to send a board to the client to see what poses they like. So it's super helpful for you to get acclimated with new poses, get comfortable with them, and use them on your wedding day. Last but not least, guys, just have fun. I know weddings are super stressful. This span of time right now where you're shooting all the time, shooting weddings, you're getting up early, getting home late, you're backing up hard drives, you're charging up the batteries, you're doing all this shit. Make sure you have fun while you're doing it. For me, I enjoy shooting weddings. I think they're fun. Do I have times where they're not so fun? Absolutely. Like any other career, any other job. Sometimes it's not a good time. But for the majority of the time, try to have fun. The more you're having fun and you pass on that energy over to the bride and groom, they will be less stressed. They will be less worried about how the day is going to end. Other than that, guys, that's all I have for you today. Make sure you write down these 7 steps or 7 tips, 7 tricks, or whatever the hell you want to call them. And before you go, don't forget to make sure you like, share, subscribe to this channel. Hit that notification bell so that way every time I drop a banger video, you guys know about it. Other than that, guys, this is Simon Khalil. Peace out. Deuces. Looking grizzly, guys.